Hello, welcome to Stowell Nation. Did you hear about our biggest product giveaway ever?
Yeah, on Friday we did a Facebook Live, and hopefully you've seen that video. But if you haven't, we want to bring your attention to some massive giveaways we're doing.
Yes.
We're going to do a giveaway for all international, all non-US buyers, right? If you place an order that has to be physically shipped out between the 1st and the 15th, then that order is going to be entered into a drawing for
an AO Infinity wand.
I did AO. Right?
For an AO.
For an AO Infinity one. That's a big deal.
That's huge.
Right?
That's huge. And yes, you will get, if you're in Australia, you'll get the cord for Australia. You'll get the 240.
The 240. Yes, that's right. And then in the US, we're actually going to give away 2 different products to 2 different people on these drawings.
We are.
We're going to give away a foot detox, AO Infinity foot detox.
With the waistband.
With the waistband. And we're going to give away the brand new AO Infinity mat.
It's so exciting. So all you have to do is place in a physical order that needs to be, well, you need to place an order between December 1st and the 15th that needs to be physically shipped to you. And we will enter you into a drawing. Now, we said on the Facebook Live, if you place 10 separate orders, you get 10 separate entries.
Is there a threshold? Do they have to place an order for a certain amount?
No, it can be for anything.
No. Okay, so I know. I remember I saw one comment. It was made me laugh. Okay, 50 pulse, done.
Oh yeah,
right?
That was so funny. Well, and that brings up another question that people have been asking. Does an auto ship count? If I have an auto ship that is going to be shipped? Yes, if you have an auto ship of Pulse or Blue or Top Pack or whatever it is, physically shipped to you, it counts. Also, if you sign someone up brand new and they buy a bundle, they're entered in to win. So this is an amazing contest.
Across the board. And with that, I mean, right now, last December, we gave away this Solix Snowflake.
Yes.
Right? And we're doing that again this year. We have it marked 2023. If you're collecting these, we are obviously, because we like them. Just kind of fun. While supplies last.
Yes.
If you have an order that's shipped out, that's just automatically included. You don't have to do anything while supplies last. We'll just drop it into your package and send it to you.
Now we have another incentive that we've had quite a few questions on that people haven't heard about yet. And that is our 30% discount coupon.
Yeah, so this is a thank you for everyone who has just repeatedly stayed on an auto shipment or a renewal of their subscription for months, month after month after month. And we just want to use this as a thank you, as a recognition, as a we're grateful for you. Every 3 months that you stay on an auto ship or an auto renewal of your subscription, on that 4th month, right around the 10th, we'll send you a coupon code for 30% off any one item. That's good for 30 days.
Yes,
right?
It will come to your email. So watch for that around the 10th of the month. If you don't get it, please call our customer support. But it does expire.
So it does expire. After 30 days, it's done. And so we know, actually, we've had a few people comment to us that they're looking forward to buying the mat.
Yes.
With this 30% coupon because theirs is coming in December.
Yes.
Right? Speaking of the 10th is the commission run date.
Yes.
That we have. And this month in particular, whenever the commission run date falls on a weekend or a holiday, we run it the following business day. So for December, we're going to run that commission run on the 11th, which is Monday the 11th. And
yes, so just watch out for that.
That's also about the time when those coupons are going to be sent out.
Oh, look at that timing.
Yeah, perfect.
That's perfect. You know what? I love to announce this. You know what it is. What is it?
License plates?
License plates.
Yeah.
We have 2 today. The first one is Dave Kimbley, and his is so cool, Steffi 8. And the second one is Scott Stowell. Now, I love his especially because he joined Team Solex. No,
Yes.
Dave, yours is awesome too.
Yeah, it's great. And we opened up that one. We said,
We
hey,
did,
if you did a
Cephi.
Cephi plate,
Yeah.
that counts now, right?
Yes. So AO Scan, Solex, Cephi. And just so you know, the two of us, we both have Solex. Well, mine's Solex 1. Yours is Solex because you got it first. Lauren's AO Scan. So we see what team you're choosing.
Yeah. Poor Lauren.
Scott, we see you. Way to join our team. No, we're all the same team. We're all the same team. But both of you will be receiving a Solex silver coin from us, and you're part of the legacy group. And it's just great to see those plates coming in. Keep sending them in.
Yeah, reminder, those are the legit plates that you get at your DMV, right? Your Department of Motor Vehicles for your state.
Yes. Yep.
Issued, they have to be placed on the car, and they're legitimate, registered to that vehicle,
That's right. Okay, now this Friday is the 8th, and we have a company event, and so we are going to close a little bit early. So at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we will be closing our customer support. So just keep that in the back of your mind to know to call, if you need to call in, to call before that.
Yep.
And then speaking of closures, let's talk a little bit about holiday closure.
Yeah. So it's that time of year where we take some time. We did this last year. We're going to do it again this year. If you were here last year, you'll recognize this. But we will close on the 25th and 26th of this year. All will be closed, and then we'll close again on January 1st. That's a Monday, right? In between that, we're actually going to have limited support hours, right? We're only going to have a few hours of, if you have an emergency during that period, we're going to take care of you. We want to make sure you're taken care of. But in general, we're trying to send as many of our employees home to be with their friends and their families, to get renewed and recharged, just like many of us want to be. We did it last year. It was a great success for our employees. They work very hard. Hopefully you see some evidence of that throughout the year. And at the end of the year, we want to get them balanced. A week in and of itself is not necessarily balanced in an entire year, but we certainly require them to kind of spend some time with their families and friends. And so you'll see that. We'll make more announcements as to what those limited hours will be. Obviously, if you can take care of things online, we'd love that you do that.
That's right.
But if you do have an emergency or you can't access something and you're having trouble,
we'll be here.
Yeah, we're here. Reach out to us. We'll have a limited staff with limited support available just to help those situations for sure.
That's right. All right, last week we had a contest and we talked about hormones last week. We had a new hormones panel.
Yes.
And so we asked you to go onto our YouTube channel and to underneath that video last week to make a comment about maybe something you learned or something that you want to learn about the hormones panel, or maybe some way you're using the hormone scan in your life. And we were going to draw 3 names and give away Alpha 3 passes.
Yeah, we're going to give a 6-pack of Alpha 3 passes to 3 people so they can share the experience right with the hormone panel. I think that's kind of fun.
I think that's fun
it's
too.
A new
you
one.
want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you want to go.
Nope.
All right, first one is K Mast Clinic. Just give us a call and so we know who to send the passes to. I loved this training on hormones and how to understand the body systems scan. I did my 3 times a day over 3 days a while ago, and now I usually run it each morning after my inner voice and vitals. Love how these calls and trainings empower us to understand our bodies and how they work. Very grateful that I was introduced to Solex AO Scan. Feedback going forward, deep dive on this topic, and I would love to learn more about reading the info on the vitals and more clarification with out of range on scans. I love the feedback. And just so you know, we do have a deep dive on how to read the vitals. It was a course put together by Jennifer Nelson Hawks. And it is in Solex University, and she goes into extreme depth. And the course comes with a book that is a living book that she will update as we update our vital scan. So we have that.
Yeah, and we even with that, we attend these calls, and you'll see that we bring up, maybe not to the depth nor the degree that Jennifer does, but we do try to generally speak to how to better understand vitals as a whole.
But we love the feedback, and keep that coming. We want to know what you want to know.
Paige Haynes, I love this so much. I was so happy that they spoke to the male hormone cycle. This is something I've looked into and love. that is getting more attention. I also loved hearing the connection between the thyroid and liver and other glands, that the thyroid is a symptom of the cause. Thank you so much for this amazing information as always. Paige, thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
6-pack of Alpha 3 passes coming your way.
That's right. All right, last one. Get one of them. Marianne Node. Beautiful day from West Coast, Canada. Loved this week's segment about hormones. I appreciate these weekly updates and information segments. It's my midweek pick-me-up. I plan to use the hormone panels along with scans to help people reach their optimal weight. Many health challenges accompany obesity that not only affects adults, but children as well. I'm deeply grateful and appreciative for the beautiful gifts Solex has to offer people globally. Oh, I love that, Marianne. Yeah. That's a great plan.
Yeah, and can I talk to that, just the pick-me-up in the middle of the week? I think that's amazing. What I often will see on this call as I watch is not just the greetings and the welcomes that take place at the very beginning, and I'm sure they've taken place here, but also the congratulations and the cheering on of each other. In the live chat that takes place. I'm astounded by those who are just champions for lifting. And I hope that we can all do that a little bit more with each other. Just recognizes the good that others bring, even just by being here on the call sometimes is enough, right?
That's a great thought. And there are so many new people every week that are just brand new to Solex, and we appreciate you just putting your arms around them and welcoming them. It's really heartwarming to see. Now, speaking of new people every week, we do have top enrollers, and we have a pretty lengthy list of top enrollers. Yes, this looks like a killer list.
This is from November 27th to December 3rd.
Yes.
And we have massive ties this time.
We do. So let's start with second place. The first one in second place is Nancy Tarlow. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that's the second week in a row, I believe, that we've heard that name, Nancy Tarlow. So everyone keep an ear out for that. Nancy Tarlow.
Nancy Tarlow, congratulations. Laura Morrison is on the list.
Katarina Jones.
Yvonne Jansen Lemairs. I think that's Yvonne. I hope I said that right.
And Krista Bigler. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's second place. A lot of ties. We also have a lot of ties for first place.
Yes.
And these people get the Solex Silver coin.
They do.
Right? If they don't have one already, and even if they have one, they get a second one or a third one or a 10th one or whatever it is.
That's right.
Right? Caitlin Carlson, congratulations.
Caitlin Carlson. Paola Vasquez.
And Ann Farnsworth.
And Belinda Bowman.
Great job. Great job.
Done.
Four-way tie for first place.
All four of you. So you'll get the Solex Silver coin, and we will get those shipped out to you tomorrow. All right. Well, we hope you all enjoy this education on this call, and we'll see you at the end.
Well, good evening. It's another Wednesday night call, and I am just so happy to be here with you again. I really am looking forward to talking to you about the information tonight, because for me, it is that we as Solex Nation have really crossed a unique threshold. And that unique threshold is the combination of all of the new advancements from the last 6 months or so, all coming together and combining as both physical components and as frequency and energetic progression. So I have quite a few notes tonight, just because I want to make sure I cover this really well, because it just is so exciting to me how everything is coming together on the subject tonight of the Solex Blue, Solex Pulse, the 660 band, and the prior products that we have, and then how that ties in so significantly with your mobile scanner as far as giving you an absolutely distinct advantage in the field of helping people with their health. Sometimes it may seem like just having the products is enough, because everybody is starting to have such great results with it. But you actually have a very distinct advantage, like I said, in being able to use your mobile scanner app in connection with everything that we have so generously been given in the last year. So let's just do a little small trip, thinking back about some of the things that we have received, and then tie in why those things are all coming together as a team that is just magnificently involved with your mobile scanner. So we have Prime, from past research that Kai did and what you have in your back office, that it has activates an anti-inflammatory process. It boosts the immune system. It protects against cell damage. And we have Omega Pro that promotes heart health, helps with cognitive function, supports bone strength, does immune support, and also can help with vision and mood. Think what a wonderful product that has been to add to our toolbox of things that we can use with our clients as far as cognitive function, mental processing, focus, memory, mental clarity, brain health through getting older, in the aging process, mental fatigue, brain fog, all of these things connected with think and even boosting concentration. And then, of course, Solex Gold. What a wonderful addition that was when that was given to us, as far as the ability to do some resistance to inflammation, DNA repair, helping with the skin, the hair, the nails, blood alkalinity, cell hydration, digestive health, nutrient absorption. Once again, just like think with brain function, cognitive health, energy levels, EMF protection, metabolism, free radical defense, metal detoxification, health and longevity in general from the rich sources of the ingredients that are in Solex Gold. So when we take even just those products, you've had the ability to put those into your program with your scanner, and you've been able to assess on a daily basis how much you needed, how often, just been able to really customize how much that could benefit the body. And that is a real advantage, as opposed to just taking a set amount that's recommended and not really knowing how it's benefiting you or if you should adjust that on a day-to-day basis. So we've already had the ability to have a major advantage with having the AO Scan app that we can use. But what's happened in addition to that? Well, one of the things that makes it where you really have a different, superior, highly effective approach because you have your scanner and are able to share it with everybody is the fact that we got the 660 band. Now that 660 band's ability to just assist with pain relief and joint pain and muscle pain and vasodilation and blood cell function and the ATP process, all of these different things that we had as a benefit from that 660 band is just absolutely amazing. And it's able to amplify all the things that you're already scanning and checking with your mobile application. But then we've had a major shift that just sets us apart with the AO Scan, and that is the Solex Blue and the Solex Pulse. We know that the Solex Blue promotes blood circulation, oxygen flow, age-related cognitive health, memory function, prolongs cell lifespan, helps with mitochondria in a major, powerful way. And in addition to that, we have Pulse that fights inflammation, helps with better brain function, blood pressure, fatigue, skin health, improves nutrient and oxygen to the cells. But the big thing with these is, as we've seen through the research from Kai and those awesome talks that we had from Kai, everything that you have on YouTube from Dr. Bennett, you don't need me to go into the scientific aspects of these. Looking at those videos, I would really highly recommend. I've watched all of them 3 or 4 times now to really get down some of the fine points of just how awesome those products are and what they're doing, to the body. And the way to me that fascinates me is that it ties in so tightly, being nanoparticles, with the energetic field of the body. We know that Dr. Bennett stressed how it goes into the quantum field and is able to, on a nano level, be able to energetically communicate within the mitochondria. And when you think of the basis for your scanner deals with frequencies and how the body is vibrating as a whole. So the partnership between having the 660 band, the Solex Blue and the Solex Pulse, it just ties in so tightly with what Einstein and Tesla dealt with as far as having the physical particles and having the energy and having them all work together. And so those products in that 660 band gives you the advantage and the edge with all the other products that I just talked about before that, like your zinc and the omega and just everything that we have already been provided for is just going to work on an entirely different level in another efficient, beneficial way. Well, how does that tie in again with you having the advantage or with having your scanner? Well, the advantage for you starts with your PDFs. You've got your arteries, you've got your veins, you've got the spine, you've got lymphatics, you've got the human cell, the blood cells, the mitochondria view, the digestive views, all the brain views. Now, think about what we have talked about before, that the scanner is never diagnostic and it's always educational. And we have said over and over again in different Wednesday night calls, different trainings, different people in courses on the university, that it's so valuable to look for patterns. Well, we have now crossed a threshold with Blue and with the Pulse and with that 660 band, where those patterns are going to be really, really even more important. And it's going to just set us apart from everybody else in this quantum field because of what can be accomplished because of the fact that those products are nanoparticles and are able to enter in and do the work that they do at such a small energetic level. It's going to have a profound effect on the body. You're going to see different recommendations in your body systems as those products start to work with the other products that people are taking, as well as scanning and optimizing and totally not just changing the energetic field, but as Kai talked about in one of the Wednesday night talks, the products prepare the body, but then the body needs the tools, the nutrients to work together. That goes back to Einstein with the energy and the particles. You need both of them together. But then as you're scanning and optimizing people, you're going to start to see some big differences. Remember in prior trainings, we talked about that ones in the PDFs can show a diminished frequency function, a tiredness on the energetic field. And that when you go the other direction to the nines on the PDFs, that you're having an inflammatory response in the body, energy-wise. Well, when you start using the Solex Blue and the Solex Pulse and the 660 band, and then the other products like the Think and Prime and all of those, they are going to all work together, and you can start to see some major shifts in those ones and nines that you didn't possibly see before you started using Solex Blue and Solex Pulse, and then having the ability to reactivate everything with the 660 band, like Lauren talked about on one of the Wednesday night calls. And then this 660 band also reactivating the blue as it goes through. This is just such a huge, huge advantage when you have a scanner that you're just going to find in the months ahead, in the time ahead, that you're going to just really see some outstanding results because of it. Now, here again, you're going to have to look for patterns. Think about what is going to happen to the artery view when all of a sudden, because these products cross the blood-brain barrier, that the brain is getting the nutrition that it needs, the oxygen that it needs, the pulse working as a vasodilator is allowing the blood flow to go in better. And I could go on and on and on about the benefits of what each of these products is providing. But think about what you're going to start seeing on your scanner. You're going to see a radical shift in areas that used to show energetically that they were slightly sluggish, all of a sudden starting to improve because they're getting the nutrients that they need. They're getting the optimization when you optimize them, and then they have the nutrients and the ability, because of pulse and blue, for everything that they're taking to also be used more efficiently into their benefit. It's a great, big, huge advantage for you to be able to look for patterns and monitor their progress. Think of the spine view. Okay, the spine view. I saw in doing some of the research for tonight, there was a report that said that methylene blue, from a doctor's standpoint, inhibits cell apoptosis in injured spinal cords, and it improves function recovery. Now, this isn't from a nano blue. It's not from Solex nano blue. This was from just the full big particle blue that they saw such an improvement in the spine. Well, think what's going to happen on your spine views when people have been having difficulty, but now the minerals that they take that help to hold adjustments can get to the target. And the oxygen that the spine needs can get to the target. The blood flow improves. The spinal fluid is able to flow better. You're going to start seeing on your PDFs a big shift in numbers. Okay, start to look for those patterns. Same thing with the human cell view and the blood cell view and the mitochondria view. I could go on for hours on the things that you can start to see in your PDFs with all the parts as to whether they have ones, nines in between, the improvements, the shifts. It's just going to be extremely beneficial for you to look for those different particles when you're scanning people, not particles, when you look for those different particulars, when you're scanning people and optimizing them, and see which way those patterns are shifting. The other advantages are you're going to see different recommendations start to show up in your body system reports. For those of you that have taken phase 1, 2, and then 3, in phase 2, you have access to part of the database. In phase 3, you have the whole database. Think about what you're going to start seeing there in connection with Solex Blue, Solex Pulse, the 660 band, and also the vitamin D3K2 with the added ingredients that's coming along. You're going to start seeing a shift in your virus lists, your mold and fungus lists, your bacteria lists, your toxicity lists. You're going to start to see all of those things shift. And as the body goes deeper and deeper, you're going to be able to scan, optimize, monitor, and deliver all of those different minerals and nutrients in a much more efficient manner, in a way that benefits people even more quickly. So you really have access to a one-of-a-kind, superior, effective on all levels application when you take your Solex Blue and your Solex Pulse and your 660 band, apply it to all the other wonderful products that we've already had, that you have massive amounts of research information. I mean, Kai does a wonderful job on that in your back office and on your YouTube videos. And then, like I said, the wonderful videos that we had from Dr. Bennett himself on the products, and probably even more information in the future that will come. So start to tie in your using your products, your Prime, your Omega, your Think, your Gold, your D3K2, your cell salts. Start to notice the shifts and make sure that you have scanned all of those products into your ability to check each day on how much they're needed and what's the most beneficial for you. Start to look at your homeopathy lists when you scan, your homeoenergetics list, that as the blue and the pulse and the 660 band and the D3K2 start to shift things, you'll be able to look at your lists for that, and then be able to go in and use your virus DT, your bacteria DT, mold and fungus DT, your miasm DTs that are listed in the lists as they start to shift when you're scanning and optimizing, and have the benefit of those nanoparticles really opening up the whole energetic field of the entire body. It's just even Inner Voice and Mind Sync. If you're using Inner Voice and Mind Sync, remember we've talked about before how when people have emotions, it releases neuropeptides into the bloodstream and they go and attach to different areas of the body. Well, as these different nanoparticle products start to open up all of those gateways, you're going to also see a shift with people's health, because a lot of those cellular memories and residual damage and things that have been deposited on receptor sites start to clear. So you're going to see a lot of shifts from that too. But you're not going to be able to monitor, measure, and help with those unless you are starting to really tightly use your mobile scanner with these products and be able to help people in the correct direction because of the data that you're able to see when you're using them. I thought it was interesting. I found an article from a Dr. Tom Rogers on July 26, 2022, and he was just talking about methylene blue in general. Not obviously not the nanoparticle one that we have. That what we have has got us at such a huge advantage. But even with just the regular nano, not nano, but the regular methylene blue, he said they're circling around to methylene blue because there's a lot of resistant parasites that it will kill. It's very effective for that. Not only does it kill bacteria, viruses, and parasites, it's very good for intestinal yeast. Take that information and think about what you can do with your mobile scanner on an energetic level in those very categories, that when you get a database report, that's what you get a report about. And you're going to be able to be more efficient with it because of the fact that you have the scanner and you're able to partner it with those wonderful products. He said, in my deep dive, I was reading about an ER doctor who described methylene blue as one of his 3 absolute truths in life. 1, no one will ever love you like your mom. 2, no one will ever be as glad to see you as your dog. I started laughing at that point when I was reading it. And 3, when your patient is crashing and you don't know what to do, reach for methylene blue. Now that tells us a lot about what we can do energetically, what we can do with our scanners, and the advantage that we have in having a nanoparticle methylene blue that we not only can use, but can monitor and see what the results start to be energetically on a frequency basis in the body. My mom's 88, and she has been using the methylene blue twice a day and using the pulse and using her 660 band, and she has noted definite improvement from her using it. My daughter works out at the gym 6 days a week, and she's usually my big skeptic, but she started consistently using it, and she has consistently had personal records like Dr. Bennett talked about in his talk at the gym. Her top, I think it was with her leg press, was 185, and she's up to 235. Her deadlifts have massively increased, and her recovery time is shorter, just like he talked about. I have a person that's coming in currently for ALS, and he has noted that the progression of it has definitely slowed down, which has been really encouraging to him. He's using the Pulse Blue and the 660 band, as well as hyperbaric chamber. And then myself, I've been using it. Biggest thing I've noticed is I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning with energy with no alarm. I'm not as tired, able to focus better. So just on a family basis, those are things that I can tell you that I've seen. Now, some of the side points is you are going to get a few complaints for people. I've heard it already from people that I've got using it, and you know, some of them don't like how the blue on their teeth and how long it lasts and this and that. And we know that we've been told by Kai, we were educated when we got it, choose some vitamin C. We've also found that activated charcoal toothpaste works really well. Some people don't like the niacin flush at first, but as has been noticed on the Wednesday night calls, they actually get where they look forward to it, start seeing the benefit of it. It's kind of funny. My mom, the one at 88, I was telling her, yeah, somebody was, saying that they didn't like this and they didn't like that, and she's quite the character. And she said, well, I would just tell them, suck it up, Buttercup, because the good results from it way outweigh anything that you could complain about. So there's the suggestion from my 88-year-old mom. So I hope that this helps you a little bit to just, and I just barely have touched the surface. Go back through those educational YouTubes by Kai, they're wonderful. And then the talks by Dr. Bennett, get the real function of it clearly in mind. But then don't hesitate to start really looking for the data, the patterns, the improvements, the shifts in numbers, the changes in the lengths of lists that you get on your database reports. Start tying it in with your cell salts, tie it in with your homeopathics, tie it in with your homeoenergetics, see some more shifts, and just really appreciate that we have been given a huge gift in the depth of where we can now reach within the cellular energy and the tools that we have and the ability to monitor it as we go along. So combine the products with your scanner, see the benefit, and I'll look forward to talking to you on another Wednesday night.
Well, we love having Deb Bruce.
She's always a wealth of information.
She is, and in this particular set of information, as she kind of goes through so many supplements, it's worth kind of going back and revisiting some of the teachings.
Yeah, for sure, because some of it, sometimes it feels a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to it because the information is really valuable.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, she mentioned one of our favorite combinations, and it's this tag team of Blue and Pulse and the 660 band.
And they are amazing.
They are. They're so dynamic with each other, and they work in different ways. I think we should use that as the basis of our giveaway for next week.
I like it. Yeah, sure.
So we're going to let's give away a Blue, let's give away a Pulse, and let's give away
a 660.
660 band.
That's awesome.
What are we going to have them do?
You know, Kai, this is the season where we have more of an attitude of giving and helping.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us what your holiday traditions are, or what you'd like them to be, and how you maybe lift somebody up during this month. It doesn't have to have anything to do with Solex. Just what do you do to help lift somebody during this time, this season?
Love that. I love that. It's such a valuable thing. And this community, how we share with each other all these ideas. Maybe there's going to be something said that we're like, I'm going to start doing that. What a cool idea.
Looking forward to the comments.
Yep. All right. With that, we'll draw the 3 prizes, Blue, Pulse, and 660 band next week. What did you do to lift, or what are you doing to lift others up? What's your tradition? Wonderful. Comment on the call.
See ya.
Friday on our live Facebook chat. I tried to let it be natural, and natural didn't work on that.
Cut that. This